Hello and good morning dear students. So today we'll be starting with question number 6 out here today. Right now, if A and B are two complementary events, then what is the relation between PA and PB? Okay, now A and B are two complementary events, A and B given to us. A and B are complementary events. Complementary events. Now, complementary events means those events which are just opposite of each other. For example, if I tell you A is an event which gives us head, then while tossing a coin, by the way, okay, then B will be event getting a tail. Okay, so just opposite of each other. If I say A is event of getting even numbers, then B will be the event of getting an odd number. Okay, and always remember that there is a formula. If A and B are two complementary events, then probability of A plus probability of B will always be is equals to 1. Okay, so if two complementary events is there, then sum of their probabilities will always be is equals to 1. So hence the relation out here itself of A and B, of P and PB, sorry, the relation between probability of A and probability of B, where A and B are complementary events, the relation, the sum will be always equals to 1. Okay, so this is question number 6. Please pause the video, note it down. Alright boys, so wherever you see A and B are two complementary events, please remember probability of the first plus probability of 7, the sum will always be equals to 1. Okay, a similar kind of question is in 6 part 2. Let's read the question. If the probability of happening of an event is 0.46, 0.46 is probability of happening event, okay, what will be the probability not happening of the event A? So out here there are two opposite kind of events. A is telling event is happening, but another one is not happening. So I have made an assumption out here, and we have made the assumption as let capital A denote that the event is happening. Okay, then A bar or A dash be the event not happening. So here we can see A and A dash are what? Complementary to each other. You can write down here A and A dash are complementary to each other. The reason they are complementary with each other because A is telling event is happening and A dash just the opposite of it, event is not happening. So if there are two events which are opposite to each other, then these are what events? Complementary events. And I also know if A and A dash are complementary to each other, then probability of A plus probability of A dash is always equals to 1. Because of this, A and B are complementary. Okay, according to question, the value for probability of happening, right? Probability of happening is how much? 0.46. So 0.46 plus probability of A dash is equals to 1. So please subtract it. A dash 1 minus 0.46. So will it be 0.54? 0.54. Right? You can also write this in fraction form. 54 by 100. Cancel it, you'll get the answer. Okay. So please pause the video, note it down. Remember that if A and B are complementary events, then probability of A plus probability of B is always equals to 1. Similarly out here, A and A dash complementary to each other. So probability of A plus probability of A dash is always equals to 1. And this is going to be a very, very important formula for us now. Okay. So please pause the video, note it down. Alright boys, let's move to number 7. In question number 7, the question is, see, whenever a TT match or any match is being held, okay, between two opponents, only one of them wins, isn't it? One of them wins and the other one loses, isn't it? So something like this is then question number 7. In a TT match between Geeta and Ritu, there are two players, Geeta and Ritu, opponents to each other. The probability of winning Ritu is 0.73. 0.73 is Ritu's chances of winning. Okay, find the probability that winning of Geeta. Now, if we see in terms of complementary events, you will try and understand it more properly. Now see, there is Geeta and there is Ritu. Okay, so if Geeta wins, Ritu loses. or just the opposite. If Ritu wins, then Geeta what? Loses out here. So if we see properly, then they are complementary to each other. So probability of A plus probability of B has to be is equals to 1. Probability of A, probability of B has to be is equals to 1. Before that, I've made an assumption out here. Let capital A be the event that Geeta wins, and let capital B be the events that Ritu wins. So if capital A is the event Geeta wins, then what will be A dash or A complement? Geeta loses. And if capital B is the event Ritu wins, then what will be B dash? Ritu loses. Please keep those things in your mind. Okay, we'll come to that later. But for the time being, what I know is A is the event Geeta wins, B is the event Ritu wins. Okay. Another thing given to us, the probability of winning Ritu is 0.73. So B is the event Ritu wins. According to question given to us, probability Ritu wins. Probability B means Ritu wins. So probability Ritu wins is 0.73. This is given in the question. What are we asked to find is probability Geeta wins. So we need to find, number one, we need to find probability Geeta wins. We need to find probability Geeta wins, right? Another thing we know that it's a match between Geeta and Ritu. So one of them loses, then the other one wins. If Ritu wins, Geeta loses. If Geeta wins, Ritu loses. Which means what? They are complementary to each other. So please note down that also A and B are complementary to each other. Each other. What do I know? What do I know with this? Probability of A plus probability B is equals to 1. Very, very simple, isn't it? What is P of B? 0.73 with the value. So P of A plus 0.73 is equals to 1. So how much? 0.27. Let's calculate. So probability of Geeta winning the game is 0.27. So Ritu has a greater chance to win the game because 0.73. So this is number 7 part 1. We move to number 7 part 2. Not winning Ritu. Not winning Ritu. Okay. We'll come to this. Now what is A? Geeta wins. Okay. Then what is B? Ritu wins. So if B is Ritu wins, then what is Ritu not winning? See, B is the event that Ritu wins. Then B complement of B dash will be the event Ritu loses, and that we need to find. Number 2, find the probability of not winning of Ritu, which means Ritu loses, right? Okay, I hope this is clear. I'll clear this. Now what we need to find is, number 2, we need to find probability Ritu loses. We need to find this, okay? And I know that Ritu wins is 0.73. Now Ritu wins plus Ritu loses. These two are complementary to each other. Alright? So please make a note of that. B and B dash. Right out here. This implies B and B dash are complementary to each other. Boys, I hope you are understanding this, huh? So this implies probability of B plus probability of B dash is equals to 1. How much is probability of B? 0.73 plus probability B dash is equals to 1. So therefore, probability of B dash is equals to, again, 0.27. 0.27. So hence, probability Ritu loses 0.27. Probability Ritu wins 0.73. Okay? And their sum always has to be is equals to 1 because Ritu loses, Ritu wins. The sum has to be 1 because they are complementary to each other. Okay, so please pause the video, note it down. Alright boys, let's move to question number 8. Question number 8, we read the question. In a race between Mahesh and John, again there are two people, two guys, Mahesh and John, okay, they're in the race, competing each other. Obviously one of them loses, the other one wins, okay. Given that the probability John will lose the race is 0.54. John will lose the race. John will lose the race. Okay, so in that way we have to make the events also. So let us assume capital A be the event John lose, and let capital B be the event Mahesh lose. Okay, given to us probability John loses is 0.54. Question number 1, we need to find Mahesh wins. We need to find Mahesh wins. Okay, John loses and John winning also we need to find. Okay, so one thing is clear, that probability of A. What is A? The event John loses. Okay, John is losing. Okay, and what is this probability? How much chances that John is losing? 0.54. Then what will be probability A dash? If A is John's losing, then what will be A dash? John's winning. So this will be just the opposite of this, and these two are complementary. So will it be 0.46? Obviously 0.46. So what is probability of A dash? Probability of A dash means John's winning. So I think that this is number 2, right? This is number 2, huh? So probability of A dash 0.46 means John's winning the race. The race, isn't it? So if 0.46 is John's winning the race, then number 1, Mahesh winning. So Mahesh lose was B. Then it will be Mahesh winning. Okay, and I know that John's winning plus Mahesh winnings will be complementary to each other. So these two guys are running the race, right? So if 0.46 is a chance of John's winning, then just the opposite of it, 0.54 will be the chance of Mahesh winning the race. So you just have to use a logic out here. Nothing much so difficult. Okay, there's no such calculations also. So just by just looking at the digits and the numbers, you'll be able to answer this question. Once again, I'm telling you, please make 2 events: John losing and Mahesh losing. The reason I have choose A as John's losing is because in the question it's given to us probability John's losing the race is 0.54. So if John is losing 0.54, John's chance of winning will be 46. If John's chance of winning is this, then Mahesh's chance of winning will be just the opposite of it. Okay, that is 0.54. So pause the video, note it down. Alright boys, I'm going very slow, and today I'm just giving you one homework, that will be question number 10. Please complete all the sums from number 7, I think so we did, 7, 8, alright? And 6 we did, 6, 7, 8, and do number 10 also and sum it by tomorrow. Okay, so that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow in the next one.